Ang Boon Kiat. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Ang Boon Kiat.
Thank you, Contest Chair.
You're welcome.
Growing up with a father who has been a fan to the NBA, National Basketball Association, I fell in love with the game at an early age. After watching Michael Jordan make his winning shot in the 1998 NBA Finals, I make a bold decision to give myself a nickname, Michael. Michael Ang. As I told my aunt about it, she said, "Yup, that's what I have been telling your father, to name you after someone called Michael. You know, the guy who wears an orange bandana? Michelangelo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle." At the early age of 13 years old, I have this wild dream of becoming the first Bruneian to play in the NBA. As I grew to 5'5", I told myself, one more foot, and I would be able to play on this world stage. For the next 3 years, I grew by 1 inch. As I felt discouraged, I found another NBA player, Allen Iverson, of the Philadelphia 76ers. At 6 feet tall, he was playing fearlessly among the giants. After watching him dominate the NBA in 2000s, I make another bold decision to change my name into Allen. Allen Ang. And ever since, I have watched countless clips of him, and I even tried his basket move on the court. Time flew by. At the age of 20, I graduated as an accountant. By then, I looked more likely to become a sports analyst rather than a player. This teenage wild dream, gone. But I remained hopeful as I became a young working adult. As I landed my first job, I set more realistic dream: have a successful career, become financially independent, and retire early at the age of 40 years old. And if I save enough money, I'm gonna fly to the States and watch Iverson play. Life had different plans. At 27 years old, I got married. 29 years old, I welcomed my daughter. At 33 years old, I welcomed my son. All those NBA live games now became online replay. All those NBA tickets now became vouchers for milk powder and diapers. And all those NBA analytic skills became analyzing different kinds of baby cries. And to make things worse, my dream of watching Iverson was fading away. He retired. This young adult dream, gone. But I remained hopeful as I entered into my mid-30s. Like many, I've done many jobs to take care of my family, including starting my own business. Again, life had other plans. One pandemic later, I lost 2 businesses. And by the time I knew it, I was 3 years away from 40 years old. Nowhere near the dream of financial independence and retirement early. I looked around and saw all my peers being successful. I was lost and started to doubt all the decisions in my life. My dream faded into just hoping to catch a break. And that night, I asked my wife, "Are you happy? Have I given you a better life? Are you proud of me?" Gentle but firm, she replied, "You are doing great. You have put a roof above our head. You have put food on the table for our family. You have raised 2 beautiful children who look up to you as a role model. And most important of all, you have the most amazing and brilliant, intelligent women as your wife. Do not undervalue yourself. Taking care of your family that is also a dream come true. And she was right. While I chase all those big, wild dreams, I tend to forget the quieter dreams, the smaller dreams that have already come true. The dream of becoming a husband, the dream of becoming a father, this matters just as much. As I turned 40 years old earlier this June, I started celebrating all the kinds of dreams that have come true. That day, for the first time, I texted my mother, "Thank you. Thank you for bringing me into this world." And look at both my children happily growing up. And me and my wife, we have been happily married for 14 years. That night, I told her of my new dream on the trip for us to go to Japan. 1 week later, on the 2nd of July, 2025, I received an email. "Dear Alan, congratulations on winning the quarterfinals of 2025 International Speech Contest. You have been invited to the semifinals this August in Philadelphia, United States." 27 years later, my dream of representing Brunei on the world stage, my dream of visiting Philadelphia, the city of my hero, Allen Iverson, all came true while transiting through Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, in our life, we dream many dreams. Some dreams are wild, some are simple. Some takes time to come true, and some remain as a dream. While we may not be able to control the outcome, we're able to choose how we live along the way. When we are grateful to life, life would find its own way to reward us. So, ladies and gentlemen, keep count of all the dreams that you have already achieved. Remain hopeful to all those dreams that have yet to come true. And above all, keep dreaming.